drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up.
Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall.
Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it take time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate
Came for
now.
my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
Good morning all. Yes sir. Hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Happy Thursday to everyone. Let's get this day started. And yeah, let's see what we got going on for today and take it from there. So make sure all systems go. Everything is looking like it's working well. And let's go. So have a look at the calendar here first, as always. Thursday, we have a bit of USD unemployment claims. We have Euro news at 12. Otherwise, we're pretty much clean. So yeah, not bad here. Pretty much clean overall. And then we have a little bit, home sales is not a problem here. Yeah, so basically just unemployment claims today. Nothing really for London session. We're pretty clean. A little bit of Euro news, but that's not till an hour after London opens. So definitely enough time in terms of that. I'm not too worried about it. Now, in terms of price, let's start off with GJ here. Start off daily time frame. Previous daily closing, very strong bullish here. We can see nice bullish candle. Basically a breakout candle of this consolidation area here. But we have failed to break the high. Now, if we investigate on 4 hour, we are closing back within the range. So is this going to be a fake out? We don't know yet. So we could retest deeper before trying some more upside, or this could just basically retest anywhere around here and then start to continue that daily candle. But nevertheless, we do have a mixed session bias here. If we investigate on 1 hour time frame, the buys do look more tough than the sells. I wouldn't mind trying to sell during London. Maybe New York ends up reversing. Right now, looking at 30-minute, you can see buys are really tough. We have very tough ranges for buys. Likewise on 15 minutes, even above here, if we were to draw a line here, which looks like the most ideal place to take a buy, check it on 30-minute. Yeah, I think that's your only place you can see a 1 hour. Yeah, that's your only place you can take buys, and then you watch the 30-minute resistance, which is only somewhat around 9 pips away, but that should be enough. So yeah, buys will make sense above here. Let's put that as 15. And actually today is a buy above, sell below type scenario, where I feel as well, if we're breaking below these lows here, there'll be options for sells as well. Just to try fill some of this clean range here. Although that daily candle is not too convincing on sells, we could see it during London, especially if we continue this lower high trend. We can see it's just lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And if that just wants to continue, it makes sense. So if we get a close below here, yeah, it could make sense to take some sells there. Only threat is that daily candle there. Now, looking at gold here, on the other hand, we did pop up over Asian as usual towards the upside after New York pushed down very heavy yesterday, consolidated for the rest of New York, and then we pushed up here over Asian. Looking at the daily time frame, it has closed bearish here, breaking structure, and no bottom wick on the current daily. I would like to see that on broker actually. Let's have a look. Yep, no bottom wick on broker as well. That's very interesting to see. Obviously could flip during the day. So previous daily is bearish and previous 4 hour is bearish as well. So if we start to leave this key level here, 20s, I think sells is going to make sense. Sells are going to make sense below 20. It's basically where I look for my sells. Right now we're popping back up, bearish bias. So if this wants to retrace, this is an old 15-minute from yesterday. We can just move it up to here. We could want to retest here. If we see resistance form, 5-minute setup 5, setup 2s, we can actually look to sell down and take this as a sell with the bearish bias here. Now, in order for me to look for buys today, counter trend, I really needed to probably get back above this 15-minute here, which is from yesterday as well, which is essentially the previous 4 hour range. So I basically needed to get out of the range. That's how I would run it. So if you look at that as the range, needed to get outside of that range. So basically above here. We don't need to mark that at right now. It's basically the 45 key level. Above 45 key level, I can start to look for counter trend options. Otherwise, I have to stick to bias as per my rules and probabilities in this game. So last pair of today is going to be DAX. DAX has barely moved from yesterday. Yesterday we were here. We are here. Really a tiny move. We've only moved 51 points, which over a day is nothing for DAX. Still, so analysis I would assume would be very similar to yesterday. Now looking at daily time frame, we're still closing a bullish here on the daily time frame. That gap is still there. We have not filled the gap. 4 hour is closing bearish here. Gonna mark this next 4 hour resistance, which is hovering up here. Gonna mark that like that, 4R, and we're gonna mark the current 4 hour resistance as well. I don't think we'll have to actually. We'll just put a line and see how it looks on lower time frame. Let's see, 1 hour. 1 hour is there as well. Yeah. We'll go check the 30-minute. 30-minute has a resistance here. Hopefully 15 is the same. It is higher, which is not the best. So let's take that 15, the higher one. And let's see what we got business here towards the left. Hopefully it's clean, would be ideal. We do have a resistance here, but there's a wick. So the wick can be covering that, and we can look to fill that wick. So hopefully that is the case in this scenario. Let's see. Otherwise it looks pretty good to 4 hour. Show me. Yep, the wick is covering it. So that is good. We have a wick here, so we can look for that wick fill. Especially if we can trade from here, we can use it as a watch zone. In here is pretty hard to trade though. In here, oops, wrong. In here is pretty hard to trade. What is that, 23? Possible, but we need good closures. Candles are pretty big. This candle was like 32, so let's see if we can trade inside. But ultimately I'm looking actually for us to just get out of this range. Mixed session bias, those sells can become an option. This previous 30-minute is coming from yesterday. We did wick at it, so actually we could sell below this range low. Let's see if 5-minute now it looks a little bit lower here. I'm gonna drag this to the 5 actually. So below that I would be okay to look for sells below here. I'm gonna put that as a 5. So yeah, actually today is kind of like buys above, sells below as well. We don't have too many days which are like that, but that's basically what I would look for. That's what I would look for. Let's see. Worst thing that can happen is we just stick in the range like yesterday. We broke out pretty late actually. There was a breakout although. So yeah, I just hope that we get moving, but it's still very early, so I'm not too worried about it. And yeah, we're gonna see what ends up happening with that. So that is the overall plan here. Hopefully it makes sense to all of you guys, and now it's just a matter of waiting for the trade to come through here. So let's see what ends up happening. If you enjoyed the analysis, make sure to leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. Get the likes up to 150, would appreciate it. And let's get this day started. Let's get this day started and see what we have in store. You know, worst thing that can happen is Trump is still awake. Poor guy, bro. So let's go. Remember, giveaway at 600 viewers. So this time I'm giving away a funded account actually. So good luck to everyone if we reach it. Congrats for 90k. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, last video algorithm seemed to help push that a bit. Streams are still a bit dead, but hopefully that's gonna pick up, because we offer value here, and until the people miss out on the value, it's their loss. So yeah. Also, the guys who watch stream are just generally lazy. I'm sorry, guys. You definitely lazy. It's like 250 in here, 160 likes. So it's just lazy. Too much value for free, take it for granted. Morning from Netherlands. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. Gold here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe gold just makes a lower high here. Daily support is basically a watch zone here. More CS streams, more like and views. The CS stream, I think there was only like 40 people watching it when we did the CS stream, but that's what I expected. Actually 50. It's not bad on a weekend. What do we need to do to enter the giveaway? Once we reach 600 viewers, I will tell you the information. We will do it directly on YouTube. So it will be very easy to enter the giveaway. You'll just type something in chat, whatever keyword I select. We'll do it over 3 platforms to give everyone the best chance. So we'll do it over YouTube, we'll do it in Discord, and we'll do it on Instagram. 3 giveaways, 3 different opportunities to win. Depending how generous I am, we will see how far we get. I maybe give away like 2 or 3 Tradesharpe exclusive memberships, 1 Pip Labs membership, funded account. Did you wake up for Asian today or yesterday? No, only if when we were trending bullish I would. Only if we're trending bullish I would. We're not trending bullish on gold, like then it's not worth it, you know. I mean, still Asian was really decent today, but I mean, you can't really like, I don't know what the probabilities are that it would have been decent, but it was, you know. I think overall trading gold overall in Asian is like the best. It's been doing so well. I mean, so many options. These buys, yeah, it's just too many options here. 5-minute structure here to get to key level is very nice. And I like how this didn't close at this resistance, so you can trade to it and see what happens. Like, that's a very clean option. You take this, nice bottom wick. 5-minute structure is created. So you're basically entering on a thunderstorm. That is the thunderstorm, actually. That is a perfect thunderstorm. 5 close above. There was 5-minute structure before. You watch this level. Price got to that level. Then it was very, very, very nice. And then pushed through it. So no problems. Now, it would be difficult if this candle closed at this zone here. That would have been tough, because now you're kind of thinking, can we reject from here? So you start to question yourself. But since we had space, you're fine. So I like it. I like, man. It's a lot of options here. A lot of options in Asian. I mean, look at everything you would have wanted. It's there, right? Like I always outline. That's why they play out. Like you can see the difference, how it's good trades play out. Because look at how much structure is here before the breakout. Like this, all of this bottom wicks here is respecting this structure. So it's very straightforward. What time is this? 4 o'clock. I wonder if I should just wake up at like 4 a.m. I'm noticing 4 or 5 a.m. I mean, it's not that early, 4 a.m. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. Just have to sleep at like 9:30 and you're good. 10 o'clock. Good. It's not bad. That'll be 3 a.m. my time, less fun. Oh yeah, you have an hour difference, yeah. I mean, it's been like that for the whole first quarter. Asian's been cooking. It's very interesting. What time do you usually wake up though? Around 6:30. Would be worth it? I don't know if worth it. I mean, like if there was pairs that are not giving us anything over the year, yeah, it would be mandatory. Like I normally let things get to a point where it's mandatory. Like, okay, shit, I need to actually try push my month to generate a little bit more income. This is not good. But when it gets to that point, yeah, then I start waking up for that. I mean, the best time to wake up at that was when we were pushing all-time high, because at that point you could leave runners. Why do you do all of these giveaways? Generally asking though, it's been kind of a trend of what I did. Like I'm maybe I am the first streamer who started giveaways during their stream. So I'm not in the world, of course. It's very popular to give away on stream. I got the idea from other streamers in the world. But in terms of the Forex stream, a lot of people who stream never did giveaways on stream. So I don't know. I enjoy. I think it keeps people engaged. It forces people to engage, and that engagement obviously grows. So it's a growing mechanism. It's kind of like I'm paying to get more engagement, and that engagement obviously helps grow the channel, which I enjoy. Right? Bigger audience, bigger brand. Why not consider change of structure buys above 335 level? 335 because we're bearish bias. Giveaways on Forex streams are here for a long time. How long, brother? Because I started them about 3.5 years ago. Every stream giveaway? I don't think so. I used to give away every stream. You only trade one session? I trade New York session as well if there's options. But my main session is London. Like, I'm fully locked in London. In New York, I take A+ setups. That's how I run New York, and that's been the best for me. Like, over a long period of time, yeah, okay, I get less trades because mostly I'm trading London and stuff like that, but it's a nice balance for me. And when I do get A+ setups in New York, they normally work very well. Also, all-time high breakouts on gold normally happen a lot in New York. And that's how it is. Brother, trust me, you're not the first one. Yeah, I never said I was the first one, but I said I'm one of the ones who popularized giveaways during streams, because I used to be in London session, put giveaway in my title. I see all London streamers started to put giveaway in their title. That's a coincidence, no? Don't you agree? And it's not, I don't understand why it's your like, so I don't know what the word is. It's like, brother, trust me, you're not the first one. It doesn't matter, bro. What does it affect, bro? Don't get so uptight about it. I'm here when Champion Pip streaming, Daniel Savage, Dr. Dollar, old ones. I know what I'm talking about. Ban that bitch. Yeah, man, he's so uptight about the giveaway, man. He knows what he's talking. You need to relax, brother. Jesus Christ. Man woke up on the wrong side of the bed. He's getting... yeah, relax, bro, yo. Yeah, I know, man. But this is the thing, man. Some people, they're just a little bit too uptight some days. Who knows what's going on in their personal life. They want to take it out. That's actually, as a streamer, most of people's problems, they try to take it out on you, you know? You know? It's just a giveaway, brother. Relax. At least I give away. Can we see your NY journal? Of course, if you go to the Discord group and go to... I need to update this more, but if you go to here, Harry's Trades, you'll be able to see them. It will tell you on stream. This one was on... This is New York trade here. How do you manage 3 hours of NY session? Set alerts, set a plan, and I only trade within that plan. You know? Can you give examples about A+ setups? They're just like setups that you've planned, right? That's an A setup. Not something complex, not something difficult to get in. You know, like I'm saying, I mostly take A setups during New York session, but that doesn't mean I don't always. Like, this wouldn't be this position here that I took in NY session would not be considered an A+ setup, but it's a setup that I saw opportunity on. Gold was dumping very heavy. I took the opportunity on this type of trade. Daniel Savage. And I know what I'm doing in one sentence is a new one. How did you live trade in New York with your community? Yes. We have live chat every day. New York sessions on Wednesday as well. Were you guys able to catch Trade yesterday NY stream? I was work Mr. Stream. We're looking for sells. Some people ended up taking the sells. We did take this US 30 was for me a testing position, but it did actually play out. I didn't actually take it, but we did put it on the screen as an option here. Too many lines now. I'll show you it so you can see it was this setup too here. This setup too, but I ended up playing out very nicely actually. One minute trade works in gold and NY only in specific scenarios. Why didn't take it? I'm still gathering data on US 30. That was exactly at New York Open, basically 15 minutes after New York Open. Most of the wins that I see on US30 happen 1 hour before, one hour before NYSE Open. Like that's like the minimum, and then obviously close to NYSE the better, like 30 minutes before. What's interesting as well, before that position, it actually for 15 minutes did nothing, and then 1 hour before NYSE Open the volume came in. How to join your community? You have to join through the website, and then once you press, there's a wait list, so you have to join the wait list. It's not open to everyone to join, and on the wait list you're going to see on the wait list, when you press join, you're actually going to see this. Let me show you. You're going to see this: write a short description of why you want to join. So you actually have to write a description, and based on that description, I accept you or reject. I've only rejected one person so far. Right, I've rejected one person so far. Otherwise, and it might take, depends on where you are on the list. So that's how it works. So that's the way to join. And then maybe once a month we will open. Why? I was not happy with the description, man. The standards, as I said, it's going to be harder and harder. How bad? I expect something good. What about after the open? Yes, very good after the open. That's actually like the traditional time to trade. So after the open is great. Do you think the less trades you take, the better? I do think that, yes. See, 1 minute, can this candle close below here would be valid. See how this plays out? What are you trying? Pre-market range, looking for, took the sells below there. What time frame was that? For me, my pre-market range is actually marked from this here, 21,873. Oh, this is on Dow Jones. Okay. I couldn't see the price, but now I can see it. 3. Okay. In London, that's interesting. Gold might close, but SL is too big. I'm not looking for gold until... Where did this 17 line come from? Oh, that was the trade we were drawing. I'm not looking for gold until we get below key level, though. So no risk trade? Yeah, I haven't tested in London trading and Dow Jones in London. Thought it was DAX. Hi, bro, from Mandamari. Wow, where is that, man? I need to check out where that is. First time I hear about that. Mandamari is in India. Very interesting. Let's see, where in India? Not pretty central. You even have the 1 hour set as one. Next 15 below would be good. Oh, it's so close to close below. Let's see how the 30 looks. Oof. It's a tough one. We have like a setup 3. Let's see the 1 hour setup 3. Yeah, 1 hour has a setup 3. You could actually look for the setup 3 on the 1 hour. Stops on 1 hour. Let's just measure. 28. There's 28 to there as well. Maybe a 5 minute will allow you to enter here. 1 5 minute candle close below. it will allow you with the 1 hour, and then we could actually use tighter stops above this 15-minute structure, because it really shouldn't have to break that 50-minute structure in order to go down, you know, 19 pips. For me, that makes sense. Going 115, even though the setup is based on 1 hour, especially after this stop wick. Yeah, because you're not running it above 15 candle high, you're running it above 15 structure. So if you're thinking about it logically, it should not need to break structure. If it's breaking structure, it's cooked anyways. Isn't the S1 better if it happens? Yes, but then you will miss the move, because look at 30. 30 is like an S3 here as well if it breaks the lows. 1 hour is an S3, previous 1 hour close below, so you already have liquidity grab, retest to the highs has already been done. 15-minute has structure. So, and especially after this top wick, if this starts to flip now, it makes total sense. Because the drawdown or the pullback that could have happened is already happening now. And not only that, your stop loss above all the way up here, once it flips, you'll have a key level there protecting you. Yeah, it makes total sense. I even think after this top wick here, you don't even need... Yeah, you don't even need 5-minute close below. Just the flip and break of low will work. So I'm going to look at that. Depending. Now, if this just keeps ripping up, then obviously it's game over. But that's why we wait for that, right? This is like almost a picture perfect setup 3. Short bottom wick, super long top wick here. Retesting something, I mean, you know. So you can't really ignore that, right? And try to focus on too many details. Because if you get the 15-minute close on top of this, it's an A+ setup. Like, there's no more confirmation you can get. Like, literally, there's no more confirmation. Could also be third wick breaking. No, it's when 3 wicks are next to each other. Not just like the third wick in general. Why is gold not valid below? Because gold closed at key level there. I don't really want to sell at key level. Yep, look at the reaction from key level, you see? That's why. Actually, my key level is slightly drawn a little bit off. Let's fix that. There you go. Can you look at my trade setup, please? Sure. Let's have a look. Where did you send it? Discord? Perfect. Let's have a look. We'll scan through these. If anyone has any questions about your plans, please ask me. Where in Discord, bro? Where? Member trade reviews? Thank you. Alright, what are you looking for? This is for... You're looking for longs above there? Yeah, never dictate stop loss. Let stop loss, where you're planning to take buys make sense. TP makes no sense, right? You need to put a proper TP. Where is TP based on? Right, stop loss, obviously, you don't know where stop loss is going to be. MACD is not going to help you. Volume profile you don't need. Clear up your charts. Worms on your chart never help, so no need to use worms on your chart. You can remove the worms, right? Just to keep your head in a clear space. And stop loss, we don't know. That's even my plan above here, but stop loss could be, you could get the next candle closing above like this, and your stop loss could be even smaller, right? You get 16 pip stop loss. I'd also like to see on here, where are you planning to go break even? You know, you need to identify, we have this problem here. You need to identify this problem here. You've identified the 4 hour, which is correct. But then that should be the TP really then, right? Because why are you ignoring the 4 hour, which is also key level? Right? It's a doubling up. So all of these zones are ignored and your TP is just based on top of range. But what if it starts rejecting here? You're just going to let this trade go to 0. So always markup say going break even here, you know, and then we can discuss. This is the detail that if you don't plan now, when you're in a trade and you don't have time to plan that, you're going to start making mistakes. Because when I enter a trade, I have everything planned. Everything. I know where I'm going break even. I know where I'm looking to take TP. Everything is planned. But if you don't have any of those plans right now, it's done. You start seeing it reject here, you'll panic because you don't know what to do. Wherever I know this zone here, I have identified. I said, okay, if it rejects here, I don't like it. I don't like it. At minimum, I manage on lower time frame, or I just get out, break even, and say I'm calling it quits. You know? So all of these things have to be planned. But thanks for sharing. Otherwise, you don't get that feedback. That's why I encourage. Right? So make those adjustments, and then it'll be much better. Can you check plans? So I've changed the way we do plans because a lot of people plan properly and it wastes time. So what I'm doing, and it's also like lazy, people just send plans and that's it. You guys need to send. So what I'm doing now is when you send a plan, if there's something different on your plan, you have to bring it up with me and then we can discuss it. Like, hey, Harry, on my plan, I actually put XYZ. Does that make sense? Or did you notice that? Yeah, so if we have the same, then why do I have to check, right? So that's the whole reason I did that. So if your plans do not match, then and you sent it, then you have to ask me and I need to go through it and see if you're still correct. Does it make sense? Because maybe you are somewhat correct. That's a shame. I actually wanted this to flip. 5 close, would you consider selling GOS? That's a new pair, man. Trading a very interesting pair. GOS. Come on, don't edit it, man. Would minute 1? Yeah, 5 minute could work. It could work, yes. But 6 minutes for this candle to close, you know, you're probably getting the next 15 anyways. You see what I mean? With 5 minutes of this to close, you're probably waiting for next 15 anyways. Anyone's alert not deleting? If you refresh, it goes. Just refresh, it goes. If not, I can show you a different way. I can show you a different way. So let me know. Because if that doesn't work, click the clock here on the right hand side and then delete these alerts. You can delete them from here as well. To be honest, I prefer the selling zone. It's a lot cleaner. Previous 4 hour, previous daily, both red. Yes, it is bearish bias on gold. Correct. Right now, we're kind of consolidating. This candle, we'll see. 5 minutes, you know, next 5 minute candle could start dumping. It is possible, but we don't know yet. We don't know yet. I've been at my job 4 years still learning odd random shit every day. Yeah, that's the beauty of life. See what happened with your trade, brother. This kind of really fast could be a liquidity grab. Yes. I need to see the time frame, man. It's really hard for me to identify what's going on without seeing the time frame. You know, and I need to see, did this tap anything? Because, you know, if it didn't tap anything, no. But what's worrying is that when this creates a lower high, you want to see it break structure here. As soon as it respects structure, not the best. But if this is your entry, then you have a perfect scenario here. Why do you have a perfect scenario? Because you have 1 minute structure. I'm guessing this is 1 minute. You have 1 minute structure, right? Where your entry is. So if it breaks this, it's game over anyways. I recommend you don't trade Dow during London though. Took you out B? That's fair enough. I recommend you don't trade Dow during London. It's not always the best long term. But yes, it is coming to fill the gap, so I understand why you wanted to attempt it. Let's see what DAX is doing though. Keep an eye on DAX, see if it can break the range. How's GJ doing? GJ is starting to range. And gold is starting to pop up bullish. Gap, yeah, that's why I understood it. Yep. It makes sense. That's the problem, because it's like random volume. If that was New York session, for sure it bounces off at least the wick. You know, at least you get down to this previous wick here or something, you know? Yep. At least it had volume to push you into a profitable position. That's what's important. What sucks is you get in and it goes straight drawdown. That's where you're like, ugh. You don't like gold buys above the 4 hour? Let's see what you have planned. I don't, because of bearish bias. We could counter trend trade. But what is giving me confidence when we have daily break of structure and 4 hour heavy resistance? You know? It could work, yes. Ooh, this could actually cause problems. Even though we've crossed through it a lot of times, I've seen in the past this cause problems. So we're going to put a question mark here. We could. More so above here. Actually, it'd have to be above the 5. I don't know if I like it that much. How do you avoid fake outs? Trade in times of volume. Make sure that there is structural points. Make sure that you're not buying after a big push. Normally will end up being a fake out. And I mean, all I'm saying right now is follow the rules of setup 1. That's basically it, man. You'll avoid a fake out for sure. I mean, when's the last time I've been faked out? I'm not sure. A proper fake out. Alright, how many years it took you to be successful trader? Successful trader, I'd say a total of 3 years to be successful. To be profitable took me basically 2 years. One year, like 10 months. The gap down would be nice on DAX, but it's too far away. But what we could do on DAX is, let's say the sells come through below here, we can leave runners. Because if today just dumps, you can have a runner that you just leave portion of your position to attempt to fill the gap here. Does a no wick candle have to be filled? No. If a candle opens with no wick, it has a chance to make a wick. Like this candle here, with no wick right now, there is a chance that it comes and makes a wick, and that chance is pretty high. in relation to a candle that does not have a wick. So look, there you go, made a wick. So that probability there was very high. There's actually, you could actually trade based off that, like take really tiny scalps. The only problem is stop loss placement. I used to look at that because a lot of candles end up making a wick, but where they go before they make the wick is the question. If you look at gold yesterday, we popped up 100 pips before making a bottom wick. This candle here, in today's scenario, it popped up 13 points, so not a crazy push, but it wouldn't be wrong. It could pop up all the way to here, then make a wick. So that's the only problem I found when using you know, trying to enter based on candles without a wick, is that it could just go forever and then finally, you know. No stop loss problem solved. Yeah, that would solve that problem, but it would create another problem if shit hits the fan. How many strategies did you try before you settled on this one? Probably about 5 strategies. Yeah. My first strategy was like trend lines and consolidation, just random stuff. And then a bit of patterns as well, you know. And then after patterns was like a form of supply and demand. I like supply and demand. I think it's just another form of support and resistance. You know, it's based off price action, which I like. So then actually no, before supply and demand was actually a smart money concepts. Inside of smart money concepts, holy shit, I went through a full rabbit hole in that. That was a rabbit hole. That was absolute. I spent so many hours consuming content. Never applied anything because it's just so much to learn. This liquidity sweep, order blocks, this concept, that concept. Holy shit, man. Target this liquidity, target that liquidity, imbalance, rebalance. Oh my god. So I just spent more time learning. And I thought to myself, so it'd be great to sell education on smart money concepts because that's the whole thing you spend is just trying to learn it. You never actually trade it, just trying to learn. Every time you're wrong, you think you know less. And I hate that feeling, you know? Because learning is only a certain part of trading, like learning the concepts. Applying and finding out your difficulties is where the real work is done. Did you apply turtle soup? I don't know if it was around back then. I actually didn't learn smart money concepts from ICT, the man himself. It helped you to lower your testosterone? Probably, yeah. That's probably did give me health issues. You know? Definitely. And then from there I went back to price action. I did price action with supply and demand. I just found that basic horizontal lines worked better for me. I found more accuracy and then just built from there. So that's kind of actually how my journey ended up being. Interesting candle here on gold. Stupid candle, actually, not interesting. I call stupid candle. It's a stupid candle. No top wick like this. Some bullshit. GJ is sleeping. Guys, do alert me if GJ starts to get towards the lows. Maybe we get distracted. Because it's too boring to watch GG. GG, sorry. GG. Good game. Yeah, GJ is GG. I got nipple on gold. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you have nipple. The problem is that, you know, it's not closed below anything, just dumped. Do you believe that there are other traders better than you? If yes, what edge do they have over you? Ah, interesting question. Of course, there are traders better than me. What edge do they have over me? Wow. I think it's a very interesting question. What edge do they have over me? I think there's traders who have experience is definitely an edge they have over me. That's guaranteed. But I'm thinking in terms of strategy. You see, the thing with a trader is that a trader can perform better than me in a different market condition, but I perform better than him in a different market condition. So it actually equals the same. But one thing I will say that probably traders have, other traders who are better than me have, is probably the ability to gamble a bit more, take bigger risks. I think I do take good risks, but some of these traders can actually, like, you know, gamble a bit harder. And I'm not really the gambling type. Yeah, I'd say risk tolerance is bigger, but that comes with experience and also positioning. If you've been trading for 20 years, 15 years, it's a lot easier to risk $10,000 a trade than if you've been trading profitably for 3, you know. So it's a big difference, man. My experience in the market, let's take gold for example, right? On a monthly time frame, my experience in the market, trading profitably, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's one experience. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Basically, that's my experience. Basically this. So it's not that. But better who? Publicly, like streaming? No, I won't actually consider that. I don't actually look into other people, so I couldn't give you accurate. For me, when I compare in my head, I compare to who I would envision someone as a better trader, you know. So I actually look at, actually what I'm doing is I'm looking at where's my weak spots. So my weak spots in my own personal trading would be, and I don't think it's a weak spot, but maybe there's a possibility, but I'm not willing to explore. I'm not willing to explore. My weak spots would be risk tolerance, definitely. Experience is not a weak spot. That's just everyone lacks experience, right? The only person who has experience is the guy who's been around the longest. I like to say I am one of the person who's been around consistently for a while. Like I do stick on stream. A lot of people quit stream very fast, you know? And then that's it. So everyone has their own edge in trading. It's just about applying which one works better for you. To find an edge in trading, you know, like, it's how it is, you know. For me, if you were to ask me, here's an interesting question. What is my edge? My edge is the ability to read price action, enter based on zone to zone, and use fundamentals to my advantage to help me with bias. So I think my bias ability is very strong, and my ability to understand macroeconomics in a simple term to help me support my bias is very good. So realistically, I'm you know, basically secured from all ends, right? Because I consider fundamentals, I consider what price is doing, I consider ranges. It's the best we need. The edge you trade live in front of people? Yes, I don't keep a secret edge that I don't share with anyone. I mean, there's some stuff, you know, like processes and stuff I only keep in the exclusive group because I don't want to mass share that. Like actually, there is days where, what I know it sounds really cocky, but there are days where, which goes through my head, do like, if I really, you know, with this system, do I really want to be sharing it, you know? Like I feel like, okay, the concepts are nothing special, right? The concepts are nothing special, but my whole process, I think, is what makes me somewhat good at this game. Would not consider myself a legend anywhere close, but it's enough to get by. Hi, will we get live stream when you get married? Yeah, marriage should not have to do anything with my business, but what I will say is this. I will stop streaming if I just see general stream vibe go down, because it's not fun for me anymore. I do this to enjoy. I do this to build a brand. I'll give you an example. Okay, we have 474 people in here. I'm grateful for everyone who supports me. You guys know that. That's why I'm here on a daily basis. I enjoy these conversations. This keeps fun. But I don't need it to grow my channel, right? I don't need it to grow my channel because, like, look, this video did 12K in 3 days, right? So it is doing a lot more than stream. This video here is why we're at 90.1 subscribers, is because it gained through 200-300 subscribers. My average subscribers I gain per stream are like maybe 1 or 2 subscribers a stream. It's very poor, right? So it's not really doing much for my channel, let's say, to grow my brand or something. But I personally, enjoy it, and I enjoy having the community vibe, and I think it made me who I am in terms of building a brand, right? It also is really good way to show my transparency, how I trade, blah blah blah. Like, look, this is the last stream we did, 3 subscribers, $3, right? 575 viewers we peaked, you know? So it's not really massively growing the channel. You know what I mean? So if I notice that streams just become a little boring, we're not seeing new faces, for me, that actually will keep me disengaged. Like, I like as much as I hate to say it, but I like new people coming in, a little bit of drama. It's fun because you get to prove a point. I've been here long enough. I've traded long enough to prove myself. When people come in with different opinions, it's a bit fun because those people who are haters get converted into fans. And it's really fun, and it helps obviously grow, you know, stuff like Pip Labs and stuff, because, you know, it's more interesting. I think like a lot of people can agree that with stream it definitely keeps things interesting. So if that was to die, which it's slow, like we actually need to keep it pushing, right? You guys need to share stream, support, leave likes, stuff like that. I really would appreciate that, so we can keep it growing and let it start catching up with the rest of our content. Because even like shorts, like the most recent short I posted, I think it did pretty well. Yeah, 7.3k views, 5.4, 9.4, 4. You see, like that, streams do not add too much value towards the channel, but I do love them, you know. Why don't you post on your story during stream to make people notice you stream more? A lot of people are not aware about it. I do post on my story. I posted on my story many times. Every time we take trades on stream, win or loss, I post on my story and I post the link. Join us, join us, join us. I think I'm actually going to put it in my bio, actually. That's another good idea. I like your Rolex, by the way. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ranging. What Rolex? What do you mean? Which model? Is that what you're asking? Wimbledon. Wimbledon, Jubilee, and fluted bezel. Look at the difference between DAX and, let's have a look. This is Dow DAX. Yep. Dow is actually moving better than DAX. But, you know, DAX normally starts to cook, should start to cook around now. Do you think having a community and teaching lessons help your strategy? Yeah, it's hold me accountable for sure. I speak about it a lot. Me streaming is like, guys, I'm not trying to blow smoke up my own ass, but the ability to stream is not easy, huh? To show your positions live, take the original hate and do everything in front of people to be judged. Like, you can ruin your whole brand. Like, if I lose 2 trades in a row, guys, I've lost 50% of stream members from losing 2 trades in a row. That's happened in the past. Really. And it's crazy. It's crazy. You know, so in that sense, it's very stressful. But if I'm confident in what I do, and you have to have your mindset. Your mindset has to be, who am I here for? I'm not here. As much as I enjoy talking to you guys, I'm really not here for you guys. I'm here to trade for myself, right? That's my main purpose why I'm here, right? Although I enjoy and I share a good moment and we're friends, but that's not the real reason I'm here, right? So when you keep that as your focus, everything else doesn't matter, right? Because you know it's your path anyways. GJ ready for a setup? Yeah, it's not closing above yet. No top wick on this. GJ above daily resistance. Above this resistance makes more sense, but we need a close above, you know. It's hard to take without a close above. 30-minute close below, no top wick as well. It's hard without that close above. See how gold has closed here? Gold closed right at key level. Let's see how 5 minutes looking. Yeah, it's not that easy. I wonder if a close below this 5 will make sense. We've had the reaction from here. One thing I learned here is simple wait for close. Yeah, it helps a lot. Hi, why don't you post your trading results on Insta on a monthly basis? I do. I post what we do. Actually, I should do like more of that. Yeah, I mean, I do post it. It's because I'm so used to having the stream journal, right? If you're talking about P&L figures like that, I'm a private guy, man. You know? Because I don't, the standard that's on Instagram is that you should be making 60, 70, 80, 100K a month. Really, that's like the standard. To be even noticed. Everyone posts flex profit. Everyone. You are no different. The reason why they do that is because they have no value. They have to flex profit in order to look good at the game. They have to flex profit to look good at the game. Whereas me, I can flex the skill. And that's a lot of people cannot flex the skill on a daily basis and flex winning trades live without needing to flex profits. So that's the difference. I like to go with that approach. And it's actually, you know, helped a lot. Which concept did you use when you started trading? Everything, man. I tried bloody just... At one point, I tell you, I promise you, when I first started trading, my first ever strategy that I made up myself, really, I made up this strategy, was going on MT4, because back then was MT4, looking at the bid and ask. I don't know if you guys seen the tick chart. It looks like a bid and ask, and the lines move up and down. Right, that was my first strategy. Looking for the bid and ask moving up and down, and when I feel like it's about to move up, I press buy. When I feel like it's about to move down, I press sell. That was my first strategy. Footprint charts? No, this. Let me see if MT4 still works here. Let's see if we can get something going. MT4. This, I have it on MT4. You see these ones here, the ones with this chart here. When you go to press buy and sell, those two lines, bid and ask moving up and down. These two lines here. When I felt like it was going up, I would take a buy. Felt like going down, take a sell. Short value on DAX, 5-minute close below overnight low. Yeah, we need to close below 873. 873 would be where we want to close below. No top wick on this candle here, so it can actually reject here and flip up, make a top wick. Yeah, 873. Aha, DJ is waking up. Woken up. Very good English, Harry. Good job. Waken. Shit, man. If it closes in this candle, what are we looking like here? 30. I think we could run above the bodies, to be honest, which is about 26. We have range. We have 30 pips down there, so it's not that bad. Gold looks good with a 5 close below. It would be a riskier option, but it is valid. It is valid. But we have to wait 4 minutes now. It is valid. No top wick on this candle though. Dumping already. See if it wants to retrace. Where would stop loss would have to be above here? 80 pip stop loss. That's a bit shit, huh? Say it closes somewhere here. 77 to here is 80. Yeah, you have range. Break even at that previous. We'll see. Meantime, just gonna go to the toilet. Give me a sec. How often do you do these live trades? First time here from Australia? Welcome, welcome. Every Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. Dubai time. Why do you not trade silver? Just not a pair I'm interested in. How many percent do you aim to make on a yearly basis from trading? As much as possible. That's my goal. As much as possible. I don't set a limit and I don't set a goal. Because you set a limit, when you reach there, you feel like you've achieved something. But you could have done a lot more. I don't set a goal because maybe you don't reach that and you push to reach that and you end up losing. Right? Then you end up losing, right? So that's why I do not set a limit and I do not set a goal. Five-minute needs a top wick. I mean, if it closes, it's fine. Been tapped in that previous 4-hour support heavy rejection zone. Yeah, I had it there as a question mark. Let's see what it's doing on 1 minute. It closed below it. I'm not sure if I'm too convinced it's too important. We could see though. Since this has a little gap, I'm gonna see if it closes below on broker. Actually, on broker we have a top wick. Hey, that's cool. Seems like it's rejecting. Yeah, so that closed above for me there. That's above. Above. Is it a 15-minute close though? No, 5 minutes for the 15. So 15 will be potentially valid. We'll have to see. But that's above for me, so I can't really execute on something that does not follow my rules. Simple formula. Simple formula. DAX seems to be a bit stuck at the moment. GJ closes in 4 minutes, so we'll see if GJ wants to make its way down. Why don't you close partials when you reach 50%? Okay, that's a trick that probably streamers do to count it as a win. If you do the math, closing partials at 50% is gonna pay you nothing. Think about it. You reach 50% of your trade. You take a trade, you enter. At 1-to-1, you get 1% of your account saying that you risked 1%, okay? So at 1-to-1, you get 1%, okay? If you close 50% at 50% of your TP, you are making 0.25%. So if the rest comes back to break even, you've only made 0.25. If the rest goes to TP, since you close 50% here, right, you don't make 0.75, no, you make 0.5. No, you make less actually, less, because you close 50% of the position. So 50%, the rest of the 50% will pay you, yeah, you will make only another 0. No, you won't even make 0.75 because you close 50% at 50%. So you're only in half of your original position, you know, so you make total 0.75. Bad maths? No, it's not bad maths, it's correct maths. If you close 50% at 50% of your position, you make only 0.25%. Like, what's the point of closing that? You know? But it looks good on, like, as a win rate, right? Because then you can count that as a win. How many TPs do you need to cover one? Yeah, exactly. You'd probably need, like, at that point. You need probably 4, right? I mean, if you just close at 0.25% and it hits break even after hitting your 50% of your position, man, you need 4 TPs. You know, the only time you should close partials, don't get me wrong, I do close partials, but I do it to leave a runner. If I believe price has more space to run and I'm gonna make more than a 1-to-1, you know? So that's the time I do leave. Like we were discussing today on DAX, right? The potential to leave runners. Like that would make sense to close partials because I'm looking at a bigger picture trade. So this would pay me way more. And if it comes back, that's fine because I gave it the opportunity. But I don't do that every day. What's your runner in percentage? Sometimes as high as 50% if I really trust it. For fun, I have something called a fun runner that if it really runs, can pay decent, like another percent. I'll leave a 20% running. Nothing less than that. Is there a specific time zone you trading with? Time zone. I trade London session. We're trading London session right now. Time zone, no. I mean, I'm in Dubai time zone, but yeah, a lot of range at the moment. We need some volume here. 15 minutes to open. Let's see how GJ is doing. Hopefully it's... I really wish this 15 close below would be nice, actually. So we have to wait for the next one. That's another 75. Do you ever add to winners? No, you asked me this question, and the reason I don't is because it's a little bit silly to add to winners when you should have, if you trusted the position, why not go heavier risk to begin with instead of trying to layer in profit? If anything, if you trust, yeah, you asked. If anything, if you trust your position, why not layer in a little bit more in drawdown, right? Because that's where your trade has more probabilities, right? Because then you're making more money. Layering in profits is just a completely new position, and in my opinion, you should add positions. You should have add positions to begin with, because that was your original idea. Not add while it's going up, because it's a completely new position. Because the big problem about adding to winners is that when you add to winners, if it goes the wrong direction, that's it. You're gonna lose your original position as well, right? So in a position where you could have made money, you're going to lose that. But let's say you add in drawdown, you can actually be able to get a little bit in. Now, I'll tell you the time where adding to winners is very good, is when we're in a heavy trending market, because you basically stack positions, right? But one candle can reverse that, but the time it plays out, it's very good. But sometimes in a market condition where we're not getting trending moves, it's impossible. Like, it's very not a really good thing. Kind of a silly question, but how hard is the winter in Dubai? I don't think we really have a winter here, brother. The coldest it gets in winter, the coldest, is about 18 degrees. The mornings are maybe 15 degrees max. I remember one day this winter I went to the desert. 4 a.m. in the morning we were there. Don't ask me why, but we were there at 4 a.m. And it was 10 degrees. That's the coldest I felt. Way too late for me. We're speaking Celsius? Yes. Celsius. $4 a.m.? Yeah, 4 a.m., bro. With ICT meeting? No. We went there around like 6, 7. We stayed till 4. You should stop forever. Thanks, brother. I appreciate your support. I'm new here. Only GJ Gold. Did you trade? GJ Gold and DAX. What should I do after blowing accounts, sir? Should I stop for a moment or keep trading? Ricky, I think you've blown so many accounts that even the bank is sweating, brother. I think you hold the most record to how many accounts you have blown. You know? Every stream, I hear you come in here tell me the same thing. I think at this point, this is the first time I've said it to someone. At this point, I think you should quit. You know, I think at this point, this is the level where I think someone should just quit. This is not for them, man. Because there's just no hope here, man. There's no future. You have no future. No future. Tom Hugard, the Danish trader, speaks strongly about adding to winning trades. It's his strategy. Yes, but he asked me my opinion about adding to trades. And for me, it causes me to lose. I have one more trades. Okay, think about it this way. If I add to trades, I'm adding risk. 1%, another 1%, another 1%. So why am I adding risk as the trade has more likelihood to pull back on me? If anything, I rather add risk when the trade has more likelihood to reverse. You see what I'm saying? For me, that works a lot better. For those who think I'm being rude to Ricky, this guy's been here for like maybe 2 years, man. 2 years I've seen him in stream at least. And that's his famous saying, is when he comes to stream that he's blown his account. Market sleepy? They are, man. They are. Why isn't he in the group? I mean, he would have saved a lot of money in the group. But the problem is he maybe comes in the group and starts blowing accounts there. After 100k subs, you should do a summer body transformation vid. I'm telling you, there's some people in here who are just trying to... First, you want to see my biceps. Now you want to see summer body transformation. The next thing I find is you say, okay, when are we getting OnlyFans, Harry? How far are we going to take it, guys? There has to be a line drawn at some, some point. You know, at some point, I believe there has to be a line drawn. 100k subs, you guys are getting something much better. 100k subs, I promised that I would fly someone to Dubai. Fly someone to Dubai. Man, I don't know what I signed myself up to. I hope I get someone... what if I want to bring your girlfriend? Hey, man, listen, you don't have to take it to that level. You know? This guy is like, you know, you have to be careful. That's all I'm saying. You know? You know? Still, relax, brother. In that sense, I deport you. You know, you want to bring your girlfriend, it's I tell you, if you want to play that game, no problem. But hey, if anything happens after, if anything happens, you know, and anything, I'm not responsible for any actions. If that's what you're into, I'm not really into that type of stuff. Sharing, you know, sharing is caring, but it's not really what I'm looking for, to be honest, you know. If you want to bring, actually, in a serious note, if someone had wanted to bring their partner, then they have to pay for everything. I'm not paying for your partner, bro. Are you mad? Always girls trying to rob my money, bro. You know? Fucking make some cool thing I do, try to help people and you know, bring someone to Dubai and end up paying for another girl, bro. Always trying to take my money, some way or another. You know? Yeah, you're paying for my girlfriend. What the fuck, man? Always cooked. If you pay for a hotel room, make it 2-bed. Hey man, why do you need 2 beds? What are you expecting, bro? I mean, if you're a couple, I think 1 bed should be, you know, more than enough. So I don't know what's happening. It's like expecting. But anyways, we're not gonna go down this rabbit hole, because these markets are driving me nuts. Look at the conversation, man. We are watching DAX print barcodes. We are watching GJ print barcodes, but has a potential in 7 minutes. Oh, look at this stupid thing dragged out to the side. What size did I have it before? Make it like this. How are you deciding how to actually fly out? There'll be a full application process, and then application process will be dependent on your visa. Your availability as well is going to be a big factor. And then you'll be interviewed, and then based on you passing the interview, you can see. It takes me more than a month to build an account, but I lost it within a day because you have no risk management. Right? You have no risk management. So you have to go to my website here and get access to my free risk management course. Will help you, cost you nothing. It's the reason I make it for free, to help people save money. Save money. What if I win and I want the money instead? Well, you're just one boring motherfucker, man. Because why would you just want the money? You're being flown out to Dubai. Take the gift, man. Don't everyone. Anyway, I'm not gonna go down there. I was about to rant, but I can calm myself down. Relax, Harry, relax. Okay, what if I don't? Okay, no one's fucking flying to Dubai now. All right, happy? I'm staying here with my pockets not being touched. Yours, skip that. You should remove. It's not a playlist that I own. It's not a playlist that I own. Harry, can I get your phone number? What the fuck, man? I mean, what do you need my... what do you need my phone number for, brother? Markets are definitely cooked if we've got to this level. Would we be able to use the iconic toilet? Oh, man. No, that is sacred grounds. I definitely need to up my interview process, man. You probably need to be interviewed for at least 3 hours straight to make sure that, you know. Really, really, 3 hour into full interrogation. I don't even know why I signed myself up to that shit, man. I hope it's someone. It needs to be someone with good character, though, man. The video is gonna be funny as hell, man. Imagine I'm picking up a random person from the airport, teaching them to trade. Bro, it's gonna be such a... They're gonna be like, what the fuck? It's gonna be like, this is stupid. The video would be funny. Probably throw them out a plane as well. Won't tell them that we're going skydiving today. All of a sudden they find themselves flying out a plane. I appreciate your giveaways, but I never enter because it triggers a gamble mindset for me. Don't want that. If I was in your shoes, I would do a contest for most disciplined trader. Yeah, that's more. I mean, these giveaways are not big. They're more just, you know, not really. But we did have contests. It's just hard to get people to track it accurately, you know. Alright, I bought BTC on Monday. Should I bag profit as a trade? It's not bad. It's not bad as a trade. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. It's looking like it's hopeful because this will be the 1 hour close as well in 3 minutes. 1 hour would close bearish here. 30-minute would close bearish below. 15-minute stops would work here. We have 5-minute structure, so I like the looks of it. 3 minutes. The 1 hour setup 3 is still active though. Oh my god, if it flips now. Holy shit. That'd be devastating. 2 minutes now, 2 minutes. What if he's an ICT guy? He'll fail the inspection. Not inspection, sorry, interview. What if someone wins and he can't get visa? If that guy would... No. To be a part of the application, you will have to fill out if you can get a visa or not. Otherwise, you won't be able to apply. Like, visa is going to be your responsibility. I can't deal with that. Guys, we're far. It's 90k subs, man. We still need 10,000 subscribers. We can talk about it closer to the time. You can win a PS5. Alright, 1 minute here. Can we close below? I really hope it does actually close below. What else are we running? Probably 15 here. 15 makes sense for me. 15. Close below, Mr. GJ. Close below. Come on, GJ. Have to close below here, man. You have the volume. Come on, don't be so slow, man. Say it. GJ, don't be gay here, man. Come on. 17 seconds. Can we close below, Mr. GJ? Is it possible for you? Okay, looking like it will be possible. Can we get a top wick would be nice. I'll look for a top wick and then to enter break of the lows. So here's the open. Yeah, I'm going to enter break of the lows here. Good top wick as well. All right. Let's see what GJ's got. Wrong way around, sorry. Doesn't help. A 1-to-1 would be there. This is 4-hour flip. Yeah, it's a lot actually. We have the 1 hour closing below. We have the 30-minute closing below. We have the 15-minute closing below. We have the 4-hour candle just flipped as well, broke the lows. It's quite a lot actually, it's quite a lot. So we'll see. Big clean zone here. I don't really see anything wrong with this trade. The most aggressive break even will be this one here, this whole previous range. If we were to respect this range, I see that happen sometimes. But that's as aggressive break even as I can get, to be honest. Is this low volume? No, this is GJ. This is GJ. We want this 5-minute candle to obviously close bearish outside the range. Bearish would be preferred here, Mr. GJ. Lacking volume today? No, it's like that though. GJ has been like that. I mean, you guys are too used to DEX. Whoa, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. GJ. Good morning, Mr. GJ. Thank you very much. Now, don't be gay and start retracing after that business, man. That would be ridiculous. If you want to play it super safe, you can go break even, but I don't want to. It's GJ. I want to give it some room myself. I can afford to give it room, but you know, it's not bad to go break even here. It's not bad to go break even. What did we tap though? What did we tap? That's what I'm interested in. I couldn't find anything that we tapped. Man, it's just no continuation, man. That was like the volume there. Where's your continuation, Mr. DJ? Please give me continuation, sir. On IC market, it tapped the zone you've been drawn. I'm still not too worried. This is, as I said, the most aggressive BE I can have. Because it's like passed through once, passed through twice, passed through 3 times. It's like, it's not really, it's already passed through a couple of times. So I'm just going to watch it here. We're in a profitable position, so I can definitely manage if anything starts to get a little bit funny. Because on 5 minute, there's really nothing there. It hasn't tapped the zone on IC as well. Just double checked. We need to re-break its own low. This is a problem at the moment, that we're not re-breaking its own low. That's what we need. Re-break your own low, Mr. GJ. Ah, there you go. Re-broke its own low. Now it tapped the zone here, so you can see there is a reaction from that zone. It is being pretty accurate. You can see, look at that. Wow. Almost to the T. So we need to respect this structure here. We actually need to respect this 1 minute structure. I don't mind a retest up to here, but ideally we just need to make a lower high below this and continue down. So if it does start coming towards my entry, I can look to manage this trade here. It has tapped something, but I don't mind it continuing this lower high momentum. As long as it can continue this lower high momentum, it will be fine. Right? The only thing we don't want really is for it to break this 1 minute structure here. So hopefully it puts in the lower high here and we can start to continue. That's what we hope. Oops. Is that I can put in the lower high here and then we can go. GJ in 2023, we would be on the floor right here. On the floor. But everything is moving fine so far, so I'm not too worried just yet. All right, I want to see some resistance here, Mr. GJ. We want to see some resistance here. This is basically its last hope here. That's why I haven't moved break even. Can we reject right now? If we break this 1 minute structure, we have issues. So it's really playing with fire right now. Ouch. Let's see what happens. Can't really manage at the moment myself. Like I said, that's the most aggressive break even. Sometimes it's good to be aggressive break even though. That's why I gave you guys the option. That's why I gave you guys the option. And it was very correct, man. My zones are pretty accurate when they are. But I really thought this was looking good, man. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now look at this candle. Wow, how accurate my zone is. So rule of thumb, always trust my zones, even if it's the most aggressive break-even it can be. Because look how fucking accurate my zone was. Full accurate. Full means full. But it had no reason to reject, man. Look at this. 5 minute, clean. 15 minute, clean. 30 minute, clean. 1 hour, clean. 4 hour, clean. Not even previous levels. 1 hour previous level, nowhere to be found. 30-minute previous level, nowhere to be found. 15-minute previous level, only here. And that's what we took it off. So yeah, I guess I just have to move break even at my zone. But then all of you guys complain when I go to break even and say, it's too early break even, bro. Too early break even. And it's like, nah, not always, you know. I did have a feeling, but it's not over yet. Not over yet, but we just have to sit through this. Anyways, if you guys close break even, I saw some of you guys close break even. That's fine as well. It definitely was valid. And that's how it is. Never trade against the trend, buddy. Okay, buddy. No problem, bro. It was a good trade in my opinion. Just no volume to continue at the moment. Not even a 1 minute candle bearish, unfortunately, from my zone. It just shows you how accurate my zones are. Wow, even look how sensitive GJ is. Even a second previous zone here, huh? Not the first, the second previous zone. We crossed through it yesterday once. We crossed through it this morning twice. Heavy reaction from it. Full liquidity coming from it. You know? See if we can survive this. Alright, out. That's it, done. Great trade. Amazing trade. I love that trade. It was very good. Full confirmations. Maximum amount of possibilities in that. I noticed an order block. Man, that is not an order block, bro. What the fuck is that? That was just that previous zone, man. That was previous zone. I said I'm gonna move break even there. I said I'm gonna move break even there, and I just decided to give it a chance because I don't want to be too tight on it. But it looks like you have to be tight in these market conditions, and that's it. It's very simple. I drew the zone before anyone had the zone there. I knew it was there. We saw a big reaction. I really thought it looked like it wanted to create a resistance, and it didn't create a resistance. Right? And that's it, man. Very, very, very simple. If it's not going to create a resistance for me, I'm going to give it a shot here. Because everything looked bearish. We had no pullbacks. 1 minute structure was good, but look at this push past. I'm not going to emotionally close right here. If I emotionally close right here, makes no sense. You know, we could still create resistance. We had the 5 minute resistance to respect, but 1 minute kept on pushing, and classic FU candles towards your stop loss. And that's how it is, man. That's how it is. So I guess just be super aggressive break-evens on GJ all the time. I think most of you, if you guys didn't want to take a loss, then just get out break even. There's nothing to complain about that. If you're planning to hold like me, you can't complain that it ended up rejecting that hard. We talked about the aggressive. I even talked about going break even. You can't complain. If you decided to hold this trade, you can't complain, right? Especially if it's like you, man. First trade on your funded account and you decided to hold. Play it safe. Why didn't you move break even? Play it safe, right? Play it safe. Right? So you can play it safe. That's it. It's very straightforward. Like, we identified it. It's not like this was totally random and what an unlucky trade. Nah, it was valid. It was valid, but look at the reaction we got. Only 10 pips it saw. I thought GJ had some more today, but it doesn't. It doesn't have some more. It doesn't have some more. Yeah, DAX could close below here. We'll see how it ends up coping here. Harry, answer me. How the fuck am I supposed to answer you if I don't see your question, brother? This is a very silly, desperate type of moment. Can you ban this guy? Keep asking me to answer me. He's being a fucking idiot. Let me give you something to smile about. Bro, what's this? Holy shit. Oh, man. What pair is this, bro? I want to short this. I don't want to long this. I want to short this. GJ reaction came from, guys, you can write what the reaction came from. You can write where it came from. I even identified that reaction point. I'm not saying I'm surprised at the reaction. I never said that. I said literally to every single person, this would not be a bad place to go break even, move break even. I decided not to. I wanted to see 1 minute structure because I trusted it. I thought that that level will not be as important as it was, right? It obviously held the whole trade to the point. Right, to the exact pip. It's very simple, this. If you cannot accept that and you did not make the decision to go break even, that is in your hands, right? You have the power to do that. Right? This month I've taken 3 full stops before the market usually give me a chance to exit. I don't understand why all of this, all of a sudden it's all doom and gloom. If you don't want to take full stop, go break even, Amir, bro. You have the choice. Like, why not? I went break even. Yeah, it's valid, man. It's valid. I didn't move break even because 1 minute created nice structure, except the loss for me. Unlucky 1 minute shot up. Yeah, I was looking at the same, right? I thought, okay, fine, man. At least give it a chance to make a lower high. You know? So at that point there, it just absolutely shot up. I was really also relying. The reason why I didn't close here is because we actually have a key level there, 500. I thought we could retest key level. GJ loves to retest key level, and then you get fat rejection. Continue this trend down that we've been having. So it's all like that, man. But there was an opportunity to get out break even, for sure, 100%. So I could have got out this trade break even here. You know? Took it? You didn't go break even still though? I move my SL to B, then pull down a bit, small profit in case. That's the approach, avoiding losses when in profit. Yeah. Yeah, that's my point. If you were playing a safe approach, need to protect capital, you go break even in this. You go break even. With my spread BE, I would have been down. Holy, what spread you have, bro? What's my number running at on GJ today? Running 0.7, 0.6, 0.67. Is the stream win rate accurate? Yes, it is. Speaking about that, should add the L. Great. Now DAX doesn't give us a close below. That's impressive. Well done, Harry. I'm new here. Hope you can learn. You're more than welcome to. Like how Harry said, no worms on the chart. Yes. Bro, the last 5 trades on you took on GJ have been a loss. Need to give it space. Yeah, it's pretty tough. I mean, today I should have just gone break even. It's like, I'm just pissed off. Like, if I knew that this would be the reaction from everyone, 100% I would have just gone break even. Because this is absolutely disgraceful. Very surprising. At an option where everyone had, and then to have a reaction like this, wow. This means your maturity in the market needs to improve a lot, guys. A lot. A lot. Because if this is the level of to where you have an option, but then you feel super bad about it, it needs to be. This is still very, very normal. It was an option, and you can, you can make the decision for that. You're never going to survive in this game, guys, if you cannot handle a loss. You take 3 wins in a row here. 3 wins in a row. And then 1 loss is going to define you? No. And that loss was even avoidable if you didn't want to take it. You know? So it's completely normal stuff. Especially with me here. Like, I marked that zone super accurately. I don't think I can get more accurate. But what a reaction from there. Like, that's the best move of the day came from that zone. The best move of the day. The whole day. Today, the best move came from that. 33 pips. No pullbacks. Actually, I lied. 29 pips, no pullbacks. You know? So what, I couldn't expect it to be such a strong zone that. But look how I was able to identify it. You can go back on the stream and you can watch how I identified that move. You can watch how I talked about it. And look at it now. It's just back in the range doing nothing. Harry, everyone took their own trade. You mentioned the option to go BE. Yeah, but I think people just, you know, one-to-one just copy and then blame after. That's the problem. It's like, I can take it because for me, I wanted to give it a shot. Like, I'm sure people try to buy DAX break of these highs or something like that, or 15-minute bullish candles. Like, people will take losses in these markets today, I can guarantee. I see that fake out trade. Was that finally a fake out, or because of the mark zone it wasn't a fake out? So technically it wouldn't be a fake out because I knew that was coming. Not knew, I couldn't say I knew, but it was an option, right? So I can see that would be a possibility for price to reject from there. I did not expect that type of rejection. I'll be honest, of course. That's why I didn't close. If I expected such a big rejection, I would be out 100%. But I wish I just kind of, I don't know what I could have done in this type of scenario here. I really was hoping that the 1 minute would actually respect structure, because if you look at it like this does not look like anything that you need to be worried about. It actually looks perfect pullbacks. Perfect. Even if we got something like this repeat itself, where we break a little bit, which happened, which is kind of what I was hoping, and then we get these two big candles. What I actually was respecting is when we broke that hard, I was expecting it to come back and retest 500. 500 is a key level. Sometimes price likes to grab liquidity from that, try catch out anyone trying to run a little bit more of a scalp, and then we see it continue down. Decided to do a straight rip up, and I could have got out this position. If I knew that the backlash would be like this, I just call break even and put break even like this, because people can't. How many pips in profit? 10 pips in profit. This is why I like to go break even, guys, because look at the difference, right? I did really great. You had a possible break even zone. You're amazing. Don't mind them. It's all good, Addison, man. I mean, you identified the same zone, just using a different method. It's a bit big, your box, though, right? I think that's what you need to try and make more accurate, is how big your zone is, right? So your zone is super big, which is fine, but that allows for more margin of error, because you would still be correct if it came all the way down here, but I would TP. So if you can condense your box and make it more accurate, such as accurate as this, would be really good to help you as well fine-tune your zone, right? You know, because that would be cool as well, right? To get this accurate, right? Because who doesn't want this type of accuracy in their own trading if you have the opportunity to do so? So even though your zone based on another concept was technically right, it was a very big zone, and those big zones, you know, they sometimes, you know, imagine you have to run stop loss below the whole zone, you kind of lose the whole zone, you know, which is a big zone. They fail most times. I mean, it's a big zone. It's okay. I mean, you have the data on that. I think it's the monthly support. Let's have a look. It was a little bit lower than the monthly support. It's a little bit lower, but we are sitting at a monthly support. You're not wrong about that. The daily resistance is the same as monthly support, but where we rejected was a little bit lower. Find it funny that if this one people don't analyze when it loses, every detail is analyzed to the max. Yeah, of course. And this is what I always say. Analyze your wins, man. They're more important. You know? Because if we win, everyone's typing W's. Everyone should be happy right now. Like, we had a decision. I made a decision. I can make my own decisions. And I really thought that I should allow it to test 1 minute structure. Like, I really thought that that would be the right decision today. Obviously, it wasn't. My zone was very accurate. It's very W's, you know? And that's just how it works sometimes in this game. I mean, it's not the worst month. It's not the best month. You know? Still have more to it. I mean, look at the mess we've had this month, though. We've had such a mess with tariffs and stuff like that. So maybe being on the more safer approach. But I'm also the guy. This is the difference. So we talked about how one of my weaknesses is being too risk adverse. This would be an example of me being less risk adverse and starting to take more opportunity. But look at the result and look at the backlash. So people complain at me not taking risk. But then when I do, I also get complained at, right? So this is my point, is that people are scared. Okay, I'm going to teach you a very cool lesson, which at my level of trading, it makes a big difference. Maybe at your level of trading, it won't make a big difference because you're not ready for it yet. But if my month is not like, let's say 5%, 6%, 7% month, and I'm sitting at like a +2 to 3% month, okay? If I'm sitting at something like that, for me, I need to be taking more opportunity because I know probabilities long term are in my favor. I don't mind giving back a 2-3% month and making nothing with the opportunity to make a 6% month. Because if I make a 6% month next month by taking that opportunity, I hope you guys are following, right? If I make a 6% month, if I make a 7% month by taking that opportunity and giving it a chance, it will make back for that month I made 0, giving the opportunity. It will make it equal anyways. You know? So opportunity cost is a big factor of trading. Your job is to take risk, and if you're scared to take risk, then you can't trade. Oh, my camera dies as well. Oh, my camera. No need to give an explanation. No, I'm teaching something different. This is something different. This is something different. Annoying thing actually is DAX. I wanted to get into DAX here, but we rejected twice, and then this candle closed deep. If you hit 5%, you'll slow down taking opportunity. No, I won't slow down taking opportunity, but let's say in this position, I would just go break even because 5% is not bad. You can just protect your capital and then look to grow it in a safer manner. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, remember, think about it this way. If we look at the statistics, break-evens are 50-50. So there would also still be a 50% chance, you know? So there's opportunity still. It's not like it's always losing, you know? I mean, I'm so shocked at how accurate that zone is. I mean, look at it on 5. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Look how many times we crossed through on 5, no problems. Nothing. Not even a reaction. Smooth as butter through this zone. This to the T. So that's why I'm seriously, I'm surprised at the reaction we had, but I'm not surprised to see a bounce from there. Right? I'm not surprised to see a bounce. Anyways, price is ranging here. DAX unfortunately pushed without a close, and that's it for me. That's it for me. That's it for me. And let's see what ends up happening tomorrow, or New York session for the guys who trade New York with me. And yeah, it's all part of the game, man. All part of the game. I hope you guys relax over it, not take it. It's no big deal. It was a perfect trade. I wouldn't change anything, and that's what matters to me, is that I wouldn't change anything except maybe be more aggressive. But I wanted opportunity to make money, and you can't blame me for that. Well, that's what I'm here for, right? And if you have to lose money in the process, that's fine. But I'm not in a loss. There's a big difference. There's a big difference, you know? So understand that. And yeah, let's keep it going, guys. Appreciate you all showing up. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys tomorrow. And let's end the week strong and see if we can pull it all together here. But yeah, let's go. Appreciate you all, and peace.